Summit Books Australia presents The Leap by Paul Daley, narrated by Zoy Frangos. For Joe Daley. Part 1. This was not the city of his memory. From the air it was another place entirely, unsettling, uninviting. When he'd last seen it from a plane, he was a backpacker crammed into the middle seat, straining over Lucy to snatch a first glimpse of that fabled harbour, its totemic bridge, the opera house. Everything had been so radiant then, the sky and water the most vivid blue, a luminosity he had never known. It had all been there, waiting for him, just as it had on the TV travel shows he'd savoured in the Oxford winter gloom, just like in the brochures, the only place besides Santorini that the advertising pictures did justice to. The city had been Ben's to uncover, a new now. But tonight, close to dusk, the view from the window of seat 2A in business class was malevolent. Banks of crimson-edged dark cloud and sheets of thick black smoke obscured so much of what he'd been yearning for, although occasionally the sea would snag a bolt of eerie yellow light on its inky surface. There was a dystopian, though quite spectacular, end-of-days unearthliness about the scene. Then, as the plane banked, it offered a gun-barrel view of the red glow of uncontrolled bushfires south of the city. They looked like the fleshy, gaping mouth of an active volcano. He used his phone to snap a few photographs. Should he be worried? Ben wondered. He well knew the havoc airborne soot could pose to aircraft mechanics. Indeed, the pilot had warned that the plane might divert if there was too much ash in the air, to avoid potential engine interference. Engine interference? Ben had a pilot's license himself, and a good appreciation of aerophysics. Learning to fly in his 40s had been a matter of doing something that he could fully control. An assertion of doing over being done to. As pilot, he would be responsible for every decision, every instrument reading, control execution, and aircraft movement, on ground and in the air. The pre-takeoff checks of fuel and rudders and hydraulics, the constant in-air gauging of wind speed versus pressure, altitude and thrust. It all assuaged his desire for control after a period of being subjected to the vagaries of circumstance. In the cockpit, he alone set the course. If something were to go wrong, it would be on him. As the aircraft banked again and bounced and shook on the updrafts, the chatter of the crew strapped in their seats was dulled by whining hydraulics. Ben pressed his face to the window as the plane arced deeply into a descending turn.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?